Here we are.
Thanks for letting me hitch a ride over.
No problem. You sure we can't drive you back?
Nah, you're like stretching my legs. It isn't far. And anyway, can't put the wind in a bottle.
All right.
Tessa should be at her parents' grave, not far from the entrance. Look for a big crooked tree. You can't miss it. I'm gonna go check in with my uncle. Good luck. For real.
You look pretty spooked.
I've never been a big fan of cemeteries. Especially after, you know.
I promise after this we can chill at the house. Cool?
Hey, graves are back that way.
So, did you ever come back?
Shh, keep it down.
Better?
Much.
Why do people always feel like they have to whisper in cemeteries?
I don't know. Probably just a mirror neuron thing.
Oh, what?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. Anyway, have you been back here at all? Since the funeral?
No. I've never had a reason to. Thankfully.
Mom, why do we always come here?
Does it bother you?
No. It's just weird because we don't know any of these people. I mean, except Eddie's mom.
It never hurts to say hello.
Because they're very lonely.
That's right, sweetie. And sometimes, even if you can't see them, they stay with you. In here. Always here.
Mom?
Always.
She loved us. A lot, but sometimes it was like loving us hurt her.
Do you think she was just really scared of losing us?
Maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, most parents are scared of losing their kids.
Well, here's the crooked tree, but no Tessa.
Let's check around for her parents' grave.
Wait, is this the one we called Big Crookedy?
The exact one.
Why didn't we call it Gnarls Branching? Total missed opportunity.
Because we weren't hip to basketball back then? Or CeeLo Green?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
Guess again.
Lost in the chaos of history. What's that mean?
Not sure. But Michael should know. Tyler?
Ben. Short and simple. I like it.
Come on. There's only a handful left.
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall. Anything?
Nah, just a whole lot of nothing. Yazzie. Why does that sound familiar?
Yazzie Trucking. He used to haul lumber for the sawmill.
Oh, yeah. And he'd always blast the horn for us.
Not this one. De Leon.
That's the one.
Don't tell me we missed her.
Hello, Mr. Eagle.
Kids. It's time.
You really have to go, Eddie?
You can hold my hand if you want.
I can walk fine on my own.
It'll be quick, okay? Then we'll get something to eat.
The day of the funeral. I barely remember it.
That's probably for the best. I don't think either of us are exactly eager to relive what went on behind that gate.
So... I know I said we didn't have to visit her grave.
But it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember where she is?
No. For what it's worth, I remember staring at
Allison, please.
I'm not going!
Allison, come back!
only a few steps in, and I'm already starting to regret. Yeah. Any hope that this would be easier than last time? Totally gone.
At least this time no one's sending me away.
I'm holding you to that. Afterwards, you and I had a moment over there by the totem, right? I wonder if we could see that.
Doesn't hurt to check.
I won't let them take you away. I'm gonna tell them the truth. You swore, Allison. I'm gonna be okay. Please, don't worry about me.
I know I'm supposed to get over this Brown thing, but I really wish you'd been able to come visit that much.
Yeah, me too, but... Look, I didn't make any promises that day. You did. Watch.
This spot's familiar.
You think Snowball still lives in there?
Snowy owls only tend to live about 10 years. Man, I forgot how hard Marianne took it when Brown's mom died.
Well, we were only 4, but... yeah. She lost one of her only friends. She was always saying how she never would have found a place in Delos Crossing without Carol.
You think her death kicked off Marianne's, you know...
It definitely didn't help, but... no. It was years later.
They all think you killed her. It's not fair. I'll be okay. You have to take care of yourself now.
See?
It's possible, but I don't think so.
Well, I know so. Thinking about it got me through the rest of the day.
Ice skating on Wednesday. I wish you could have seen her. She took off. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to eavesdrop.
No harm done. Hey, you're that nice gal from the Becky store. Allison, right?
Yes. And you're... It starts with a K, right?
Kendra. Don't worry. Don't expect you to keep track of everyone who passes through. And you would be...
Her brother. I'm Tyler.
Pleased to meet you, Tyler.
You two know each other?
Welcome to Delos Crossing, where even the beavers have to shop at the Becky's.
never wanted to come back here.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Tyler?
Huh. Building a house right next to the cemetery. Hard to think of a worse idea than that.
Well, look at Michael. Some people actually go to cemeteries willingly. People with functional families, I guess.
Yeah, you let me know if you ever meet one of those. When did Michael's uncle die?
Last year, it was really hard on him. He's still feeling it.
So, how are you, holding up?
The sooner this is all over, the better. So far, it seems like everyone in town's got an ugly secret. Please don't let me.
Is this a bad time?
With you? Never.
Don't mind me. I'm not really here.
Hey, I get to see your ugly mug almost every day. You're old news, lady.
You wound me. Deeply.
So, can I help you guys out somehow?
Hey, can I ask you something about this place?
Yeah, shoot.
What's the story behind the Tlingit Memorial?
May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history.
That was Uncle William.
Lost in the chaos of history?
Well, let's say you wanted room for a school or a road and didn't give a shit about ethics. Easy, you just dug up our ancestors. That shit happened a lot.
God. Assholes.
Yeah. And I mean, it still happens, but not as much. We have the elders to thank for that.
What's the story behind the Tlingit Memorial?
May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history.
That was Uncle William.
Lost in the chaos of history?
Well, let's say you wanted room for a school or a road and didn't give a shit about ethics. Easy, you just dug up our ancestors. That shit happened a lot.
God. Assholes.
Yeah. And I mean, it still happens, but not as much. We have the elders to thank for that.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Well, I'm here if you're ever curious.
So what was your uncle like?
Oh boy. Where do I start? You know that one grumpy grandpa in all the sitcoms? The one that types like a T-Rex and never leaves his recliner?
Just how does one type like a T-Rex?
You know, almost kissing the keyboard. Like, makes you look like you got tiny baby arms. Like a T-Rex.
Never change, Michael.
Anyway, as grumpy as he was, they didn't make him any sweeter than him. He's the kind of guy who accepted you for where you were at, even when he didn't approve.
Not many of those out there. Talk to you later.
You bet. So, how are you, holding up?
The sooner this is all over, the better. So far, it seems like everyone in town's got an ugly secret. Please don't let me find yours.
I'm way too good at disposing of bodies.
You did look an awful lot like Jack Torrance yesterday with that axe.
Here's Mikey. But for real, though, we gotta schedule a movie night. ASAP. Anyway, girl, I know you're in it right now, but try not to let it get to you. Juna's gonna seem real boring after all this, huh?
God, boring sounds so good right now. Binging terrible shows while my amazing roommate cooks something delicious. Heaven.
Delicious food for tax returns?
You got yourself a deal, mister.
Hello again, you two.
I hope this isn't rude, but where's that accent from?
Georgia, born and raised. Landed in Delos about 2 years ago.
From Georgia to the middle of nowhere, Alaska. There's gotta be a story there.
Well, I wasn't planning to stay for more than a few months. We came up for the fishing season, just like we'd done twice before. My husband, Meech, he always tried to convince me to stay on longer, but I wasn't having it. But then, well, we lost him. Fishing accident.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Way too many families around here have lost someone that way.
Yeah, something's gotta change. Anyway, now it's just me and my daughter, Jaina. And I just can't bring myself to pack us up and leave him here all alone.
Do you want to go back to Georgia?
Well, that's the real question, ain't it? I never used to like it here. Too cold, too quiet, like a frozen desert. Thousands of miles from family. But these days, I finally started to see it the way Meech did. All the beauty.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just wish it hadn't taken losing him to get me to come around. I'm realizing now I fought him more out of stubbornness than anything else.
That's gotta be hard.
Yeah. Don't ever let your own sense of what is come between you and the people you love. It's a real easy way to squander precious time.
Do you think you might stay then?
Well, my mama's been making the case that Jaina deserves to grow up with family. And she's probably right. But if I'm honest, the solitude here is a bit of a relief. I don't have to worry what 100 other people are up to, just, me and my girl. No matter which way I look at it, there just ain't a clear choice.
What do you think Jaina wants?
I think she's happy to be wherever her toys are. But when I think of how close I was to my cousins growing up, well, she may not realize she's missing out, but she will be. I probably put too much stock in chance encounters, but you have any thoughts?
Sorry, but I am so not capable of making that call.
Yeah, sorry. It was a strange question.
It sounds like you've only got good options. I don't think you need to worry about making a wrong choice.
I really appreciate that.
Well, we should get moving. I hope everything works out for you and your daughter.
See you around, Kendra.
You two have a good day.
No dice. Not hers. What? Where is she? Allison.
Is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What? Broke?
Why didn't you say anything? We were your goblins. You didn't have to do it all alone.
Tessa?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by. Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on our mother.
I wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story back in the store, but I didn't want you to...
Enough with the excuses. What the hell happened to her? Why'd you turn your back on us?
Your mom was always just barely getting by, and over the years she burned a lot of goodwill. It got so bad, no one was willing to hire her, and the stress of that, well, it took its toll. I tried to help, but she pushed me away. She pushed us all away. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us! Until you threatened to have us taken away!
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods. If she just settled down with someone instead of running around with married men, well, just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking. Please, just forget I said anything.
Tessa!
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
Typical. Running away when things get tough. I don't buy that Marianne pushed you away. You turned your back on her. And now you're making excuses. Like always, you destroyed our family. You don't even have the decency to admit it.
I know I've made mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
You went through a very challenging time, and anyone could come out on the other side confused. There's help available out there, if you'll take it.
Keep your help.
So that's it then. We're done because I believe something different than you?
No. It's because you don't believe in me.
I see. Then I guess there's nothing more to say. You two really are her children.
Hey, I know that was hard, but you did the right thing. Come on.
That was something, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Well, if you feel like saying I told you so, now's the time. Everyone in our lives back then, none of them really gave a shit about us. Sorry, I didn't mean...
It's okay. I mean, we had to force the truth out of Eddie, too. But at least he took care of us.
I get now why you're so pumped to go to Juneau. You know, a part of me really thought I'd come here and everything would be exactly the same. Ignorance is bliss, right?
You can say that again. Not a bad view, right?
Yeah. I get now why they put cemeteries in nice spots. Takes a little bit of the sting off. Listen, I know this has been hard. I'm really grateful you saw it through with me. Fireweed was great, but there was no one really there for me like that, you know? You're the only one.
Hey, brothers and sisters, right?
But it's been way more brothers than sisters lately, which is why I'm trying to say thank you.
You really don't have to.
You saved my life, Allison.
Only for you to end up locked up in fireweed for the rest of your childhood.
Wait, are you still blaming yourself for that? Don't. It was my choice.
It's just... I stole your life, Tyler. And then I totally wasted it.
That's not true.
You're on your way to Denali. Michael's gonna be a famous chef, and what am I doing? Nothing.
Nothing. You've been working on that accounting degree, and your art's good. Really good. Stop putting yourself down. As soon as we figure this shit out, we're gonna sell the house, and you're gonna go to Juneau. You're gonna kick ass.
You make it sound so easy.
No. We never had a shot at easy. But we always pull through, right?
Yeah. You're right. Hey. Wherever Ranger Tyler ends up next, he better come down from the hills to visit us city folk every now and then. You hear?
For sure. And anyway, that's not gonna be for a while. We've got time.
Oh yeah, of course. We do. So I guess we know the story now, huh? Marianne was done with Delos, and Delos was done with her. Maybe she was too proud, but she worked so hard for so long, and when she reached the end of her rope, no one was there to help her. Not even Tessa or Eddie. And when she heard social services was coming, she
Gave up. But killed her kids? Really? I don't know. It still feels like there's something missing, right?
You're never gonna understand what was going through her mind. I'll bet even she didn't. It's probably always gonna feel that way.